you where my leave she took the river with Judas. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Bounce on that shit, can you? Bounce on that shit, can you?
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. Hello, new subscribers. Welcome in. Okay, it's the creepy. We're back with Creepy Friday. I did want to do my makeup and stuff, but I'm missing I don't know where I put my fake blood at. But anyway, we're gonna get into this, and a lot of people are having discussions about this. So the glitch in the Matrix, people have different perceptions, right? Some people think it's something when the world is computerized and all this and that. Some people think that you are already gone, but you're still here. And it's basically what I'm sensing. Most people are thinking, hey, we're experiencing things that really in the spiritual world that's being tampered with, right? So we're going to look at some stories. We're going to do some with phone calls from the other side, people going through basically where they order food or order things, and all of a sudden they keep getting something happen back to back to back, and they kind of like, wait the hell a minute. Or we're going to get into all those stories, y'all. It's crazy. And I've been said that I feel like there is a glitch in this world right now, with on the spiritual sense, like a electronic sense, because of the fact is that it's so much going on that it's affecting what's really about to happen. I don't know what it is, but we just have to be prepared for it. So we're gonna play some videos. Okay, we're gonna play some videos today.
That was laying on the floor. When it comes to his soul was talking to his body to call 911. So this man explains it as in his soul leaves his body, his soul is looking at him. Dag, they got you. He says it. He says he looked at himself and was like, dag, they got you bad. Then literally talks to himself, his body. His soul is out, body on the floor. He starts talking to the body, starts telling the body, all right, try to get yourself up, get your phone and call 911. And he said the body starts moving and doing it. Like, what? Mind you, his soul is talking to the body, telling him, call 911. He says the body that got no soul in it, right? It's like 911. And he's like, yeah, you're about to be dead, guy. You gotta call 911. Mind you, this is this man's body and his soul talking to each other. Y'all, the whole thing just gave me a headache. I don't even want to explain no more. Really able to talk to his body that was laying on.
All right.
Boggling my fucking brain, okay? I came from work the other day. Early in the morning. It's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I went and hopped in the shower. When I came out, I washed clothes because I needed clothes the next day for work. I asked my daughter, I said, hey, I'm about to wash these clothes. Can you do me a favor and put them in the dryer for me? And she said, yes, mommy, I will put the clothes in the dryer for you, right? I said, thank you so much. Can you also wake me up at around 3 o'clock p.m. because that is when I need to start getting ready for work again. And she said, of course, mommy, I'll wake you up at 3 o'clock. And I said, thanks, darling. She woke me up at around 3:07 because I looked at my phone when I got up. I got up, used the bathroom. And I went to the laundry area and I saw that my laundry basket that was right there before I went to sleep was not there. And so I thought to myself, maybe she put the laundry basket on top of the washing machine or the dryer because that's what my kids would do in order to get the basket out of the hallway.
No.
And so I walked on down the hallway and I asked my daughter, hey, did you remember to dry my clothes? And she said, yeah, your clothes are dry. And I said, okay. So I said, okay, well, let me check the laundry area because maybe she took the clothes out of the dryer and put them in the basket like I mentioned before. But when I opened up the door, there was no laundry basket. And so I went in my room to look in the closet and the laundry basket was not in there either. So I'm like, that's weird. I asked my daughter, I'm like, you sure you dried the clothes? And she was like, yeah, I dried the clothes. And I was like, but why I don't see the laundry basket? That's pretty weird. And she was like, oh, I don't know. I saw it when I came and woke you up. I saw it when I was leaving out the room. And I'm like, that's really odd now. But your clothes are in the dryer. I figured that you'll put your clothes in there when you get ready to, because you had to get clothes ready for, before you left for work. And I was like, great idea. So, I went and looked in the dryer and the clothes were in fact there, but I still could not find the laundry basket. So I'm like, that's odd as hell. So anyway, time went by. I started playing Connect 4 and some shit to kill time. But I could not get the thought that my laundry basket has disappeared because where's my laundry basket? So I asked again, has anybody seen my laundry basket? This is odd. Like, why is my laundry basket missing? Like, who got my damn laundry basket? And so I'm checking places that a laundry basket would not logically be, just dumb shit. I'm checking the shower. I'm checking closets. I'm checking under the bed. I'm checking garbage cans. I'm checking everywhere. And I still can't find this fucking laundry basket. So I'm asking my kids, y'all, where is this laundry basket? This does not make any sense. Where is this laundry basket? Nobody knows what a laundry basket is. Nobody knows where it's at. It's been 2 days. I don't know if I jumped timelines or dimensions or Robert. It's fucking with me because I'm the type of person where there's a problem, there's a solution. You know what I'm saying? There's always a solution to a problem. I'm that type of person. So I'm still looking for this fucking basket. My brain will not let it go. My mind will not let it go. My thinking will not let it rest. Has this happened to anybody else? Please tell me this has happened to somebody else so I can rest, so I can just let the idea of this basket go. Because somebody in another dimension just snatched that hoe up out of a portal and took it out of this place. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of people have that happening where they're missing things. And here's another one.
It says, like, I'm fucked up. I'm really fucked up. It says, like, I'm fucked up. I'm really fucked up. It says, like, I'm fucked.
Hold on, y'all.
Hi, Madam Fair. I haven't told anyone this, not even my family. I'm not asking you to believe me, just tell it. In 2016, I died. Not legally, not medically, but I felt it, fully. I was in a car accident outside of Portland. Black ice, late December. I remember my car spinning. I remember a truck coming straight for me. And then, impact. But not what you'd expect. There was no pain, no sound, just stillness. Like I was stuck inside a thick layer of glass. Then I blinked. And I was driving again. Same stretch of highway, same date, but no ice. Sunny, dry. Like it never happened. At first, I thought it was a weird dream, but everything felt off. My roommate's tattoo, different design. My favorite cereal never existed. Even my Spotify playlist had songs I'd never added. But I didn't say anything, not until last year, when I saw the obituary. My name, my birthday, my high school photo, but it wasn't me, or not this version. My mom says it was just someone with the same name. But I remember her funeral. I remember standing in the back row, watching her cry for me. But I was still alive, still here. Except something's different now. Colors look too sharp. Sometimes I hear songs before they start. And when I look in the mirror too long, I feel like the reflection is waiting for me to blink first. I used to think it was PTSD until last week. I was walking to the corner store when a woman stopped me. She stared, pale, trembling, and said, "You shouldn't be here." Then she ran. I don't know what this is, a glitch, a second chance, a punishment, but I know I died in 2016, and I don't think I was supposed to wake up. So what do you believe? Parallel dimensions or something that refused to let go? If you ever felt like you slipped through reality, DM your story. We'll share it live only on Madam Fear, because some lives aren't ours to keep.
That's true. I had an accident, and after we both blacked out, I really don't think we felt the same, me and my sister. This was our second accident, our first one here in Texas, when the girl hit us out of nowhere. She tried to sue, she lost, but she hit us, and she ran right into us, and she was speeding like out of nowhere. And the car hit the tree. He was like, "You didn't know you hit other people?" And I said, "No." But yeah.
It started 5 years after my uncle passed away. He was in a terrible car accident, the kind you don't walk away from. Closed casket. The whole family was devastated, especially my mom. They had been incredibly close, talking almost every day. After his death, she kept his number saved in her phone. Just couldn't bring herself to delete it. Then one night in January, cold, dead quiet outside, my mom's phone started ringing. She was in the kitchen. I was nearby, and I remember hearing the ringtone and watching her casually glance down. She froze. The screen read, "Incoming call, Uncle David." She didn't say anything, just stared at it. I got up and looked myself. His name, his number, his photo. My stomach dropped. She didn't answer. The call rang through, then went to voicemail. She tried to call the number back, of course, but it went straight to that automated voice. "This number is no longer in service." We tried to brush it off. Glitch, maybe. Weird data transfer. Old contact accidentally triggered somehow. But it happened again, 2 weeks later. Same time of night. Same ringtone, same number. Only this time it left a voicemail. It was just static at first, and then a click, and a low raspy breath. Like someone trying to speak but couldn't form the words. After that, the
Calling from the other side.
call stopped for a while. But here's the part that still gives me chills. A year later, on the anniversary of his death, we were going through an old photo album, and tucked inside was a receipt from the phone carrier with his number circled. The date, 2 days before the first call. No one in the family had been in that box since the funeral. We asked the carrier to trace the number. They said the number had been reassigned to a user in another state, but when pressed, they admitted something strange. The SIM attached to it had never once connected to a tower. It was registered, but never active. My mom keeps her phone on silent now when that date comes around, but she hasn't deleted the contact. Neither have I. It started 5 years after my uncle passed away. He was in a terrible car accident, the kind you don't walk away from. Closed casket. The whole family was devastated, especially my mom.
I just called that. Yeah.
So there was this woman that I met named Ebony. She and I connected with each other through a mutual friend. Let's call that friend Person A. Person A knows that I'm a filmmaker. They know that I'm a producer. And they were like, Ebony has an idea for a show. You need to connect with her. She's a dynamic woman. I think you're great as well. And I think you all could actually put together a series. So Ebony and I connected. We had amazing conversations, and we were literally working out the details for me to produce a show for her based upon her profession. I'm in the South, she's in the North, and she and I were in constant contact with each other. And then all of a sudden, nothing. She was not answering my calls, text messages, emails, nothing. And it had been weeks. And so finally I heard from her, and she was like, Kima, I am so sorry. I have been really, really, really sick. She had been, I don't know if she had pneumonia or something, but she had really, really been sick. Now this is pre-COVID. Okay, pre-COVID. She had called me and said she had been really sick, and there had been an issue with her apartment which impacted her health. Like her house had to get fumigated, her health had declined, but she was better when she called me. So we got back into the mode of producing the show, constant contact again, and then boom, another lull. I didn't hear from her. But unfortunately this time, I got a phone call from the person who introduced us, and she said that unfortunately Ebony had passed. So even though she had gotten better from being sick, she ended up succumbing to whatever was happening to her. And of course I was really sad because she was a dynamic woman. She was young. I mean, we were in our mid to late 40s. She was young when she passed. So I was very sad about that. Now this is the strange thing that happened afterward. And a few weeks after she passed, my phone rings and that mug says Ebony. Yes, I still had her number saved in my phone. Like, how many times do we delete people's phone numbers? We really don't. And of course I'm freaked out. Like, why the heck am I getting a phone call from Ebony and she has passed? So I answer the phone, and the voice that I hear is of a different friend that I have who lives in North Carolina. And no, this friend here did not know Ebony. And I answered, and I'm just like, hello? And it was friend in North Carolina, not the person who introduced us, somebody completely different. And I was like, who is this? And they were like, Kima girl, it's so and so. And I was like, oh my gosh. And homegirl on the phone was like, I lost my phone. I had to get a new phone number. And this is the number that they gave me. So my friend here in North Carolina got the same phone number as some friend that I had in New York that had died. It had freaked me out. I almost didn't answer the phone, but I answered it because I'm like, why is Ebony calling me? And it was actually one of my other friends. And of all the millions of phone number combinations that we have in this world, she got Ebony's phone number. Tell me if anything strange like this has ever happened to you before. Let me know in the comment section. So there was this woman that I met named Ebony. She and I connected with each other through a mutual friend. Let's call that friend person A.
So y'all been keeping it secret for a very long time now. I never really told anybody about this because
I shared that before. I'm not going to share that one. It's in one of my videos, but you guys can go watch it.
Y'all, this is my second time having proof of a glitch in the Matrix, okay? So y'all see, this is a visitor's pass, right? It's all chewed up because I said I'm going to keep this and post this video. So I took my kids to the emergency room on the 23rd. I think I'll insert a picture showing that we actually went on the 23rd. Why is it showing that we went November 6, 2024 at 10:55 in the morning? Y'all, we got there like 9:30 at night in December. Huh? What? And then I don't know why, but my ID picture looks so distorted. I mean, I know sometimes the quality can come out like not so good, but oh my gosh, like I do not look like that on my ID. My ID ain't pretty, but this just looks so odd. Like my face looks like odd, right? So anyway, yeah, this is my proof of a glitch in the Matrix. I've been feeling real funny for the past few weeks. Like energy just been really off, and yeah, this is the second time I've had proof of it. So yeah. Forgot to mention that that was just mine. Like, that was just my visitor pass. My mom's didn't look like that. Hers printed out the normal time and everything, but mine's is just like that. And I've been to the emergency room numerous times. Like, that's never happened, okay? Like, never has happened. But I'm gonna insert a photo of the time we left. For a picture, I took a picture of my mom and kids right before we left, so I'm gonna insert that picture right now. Y'all, this is my second time having proof of a glitch in the Matrix, okay?
All right. Y'all listen, so let me tell you some freaky ass shit that happened to me. So about a month or so ago, the day that if y'all go back on my page and y'all see that video about me eating that bean burger,
And I was saying how I was farting in my boyfriend's bed or whatever. Okay, so that night before, me and my boyfriend had went out to this bar. We had some drinks. I was on live and everything. I was on TikTok live. And the lady asked for both of our IDs. So I gave her my ID, put it back in my purse. Y'all, listen to me when I tell y'all. I gave this lady my ID. I even made a joke about having to give her my ID. Gave her my ID, put it back in my purse. Never went back in my purse for the rest of the night. I actually have a video of me going into the bathroom, dancing. We left the bar, went home. The very next day, y'all, I looked inside of my purse because I was trying to switch my purse over. So I looked inside my purse and I was wondering, where the fuck did my ID go? So we was searching high and low. We called the restaurant, everything. We could not find my ID. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna just go get me an enhanced ID. Fuck it. I've been saying I want to give me an enhanced ID for the longest. Never got it. I don't need it because I have a passport, but I was just like, whatever, fuck it. I'm just gonna give me an enhanced ID. Y'all, made an appointment, got my enhanced ID. Boom. Y'all, today, I pull out another purse. Go in the pocket. Now, mind you, I've been saying, this is some freaky ass shit. Like, this is the second time something just magically disappeared out of my sight. Like, no warning, no nothing. Like, I just can't explain it. Like, my boyfriend seen the ID, the lady seen the ID, but I don't have it now, right? Today, I pull out a random purse that I haven't wore in probably a month or two. I pull the purse out. I go through it because I'm switching everything from the purse that I do have back to this purse. While I look in the small zipper, y'all, my ID and all the cards that I lost that night is in that purse, right? But mind y'all, this was the freaky part. I never wore that purse out. We wasn't even at my house. We was at his house. We stayed like 30 minutes from each other. It's not making no sense how that night I had my ID. The very next day, I don't have it. And for weeks, I could not find it. But all of a sudden, I get a new purse, open that bitch up, and all my shit is in there. It's not making no sense because I never had that purse. I didn't even go out with that purse. And I only have one ID. So let me break that down. It's not like I have multiple IDs where I can pull out more. No, I only had that one ID. And it's just so crazy that the purse that I went out with was not even the purse that I found the ID in.
A lot of people call this a glitch in the matrix. It can be, but also it can be somebody trying to tell you something and to pay attention to something. I have had things going missing, and we're going to talk about that next Friday as well, where things go missing and you can't find it, and all of a sudden you find it somewhere else. Some of the time it's something else, warning you about something. I'm going to be honest. I can tell a story. I lost something I went looking for. I was supposed to go somewhere. Do you know, once I got to look for it, I found out it was a car accident. Sometimes it's your protection. Sometimes your angels saying, no, I'm going to hide that. And they do it for a reason. Or sometimes you go and it be wrong place, wrong time. That's what it is. It's okay. Don't always take it like that. Sometimes y'all be surprised. And then I'll be trying to tell people like, oh, it's only, when people like, it's only God. No. You do have angels that protect you. God assigned those angels to protect you from birth. And therefore, when your family passed and they've done right and they've done what they were supposed to do, they go to their side to do a bigger job to protect you. It is not always about, no. That's the truth. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to do your job here and make a way for that, and then you go do your another job that you're assigned to. That's why people say, be careful what you do here, because that's what you're probably going to end up doing. And there are some people that have to relive coming back to this ugly world because they didn't get to finish. And some people are being punished because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Okay? Everybody has an assignment. That's why people say find your life purpose. And that's why I always say don't demonize people who are doing their life purpose. They're not in no mess. All that stuff, don't demonize them. You're supposed to find your life purpose. That is the goal. Like that, it's not making sense. Like, I'm fucked up. I'm really fucked up. Y'all, listen. So let me tell you some freaky ass shit that happened to me.
I got tagged in this one so many times, and for good reason, because it's good. Wait, listen.
I don't even know how to say this, but I experienced a glitch in the Matrix funeral edition. And honestly, this is probably one of the craziest, most unexplainable events in my entire life. I am losing sleep over it. So I'm asking somebody to please take notes and help me understand this, because like, I literally just can't. So 2 months ago, I make funeral arrangements with the family. They have a cremation and they order 50 prayer cards. 50 prayer cards. Now, the cards they picked out were so unique, so rare, so beautiful. I'd never even seen them before. Don't carry them. I had to order them custom made from a third-party vendor, in which I did. They mailed them to me. Now, I held on to those prayer cards and the cremated remains for about 2 months until last week on Friday, when the family called because they wanted to pick them up. So they come in, they pick them up. I'm like, oh, when are you having your service? They said they're going to do something on Sunday, which is in 2 days. I was like, oh, that's really nice. Where are you having it? They were like, we haven't decided it yet. You know, Aunt Ida was really old and she kind of outlived all of her friends, so we'll figure it out. I'm like, great. You know, I hope it's beautiful and so on and so forth. I didn't go, wasn't invited, didn't keep in touch, whatever. Now Monday rolls around. Okay. So that was Friday. Now we're on Monday. And I get a message from a restaurant who had called and they were asking why we mailed them prayer cards. I didn't mail any restaurant prayer cards. Like, what is this about? I call them back. I'm like, why do you think I mailed you prayer cards? She was like, because your ad is on them. You know, we put the funeral home ad on the prayer cards. I was like, no, I didn't mail you anything. What is the return address on the envelope? She said there was none. I'm like, well, that's weird. I don't know. I was like, what is the name of the deceased? You know, she says it's Aunt Ida. I was like, well, that's weird. I was like, I gave the family those cards on Friday. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they mailed them to you. Like, maybe I thought maybe they didn't have their service on Sunday. I don't really know. I just know I didn't do it. So I was like, they'll figure it out. Later that day, I get a phone call from the daughter of Aunt Ida. She's like, Melissa, why did you mail the restaurant prayer cards? I was like, I didn't. It's like, I talked to the restaurant. I explained her the same thing I explained to you. She was like, how did you know we went to that restaurant? I was like, I didn't know you went there. I didn't know anything. She said, yeah, we went there yesterday, which was Sunday. And I said, did you have the prayer cards that I gave you? She said, yeah, 50 of them. She said that she handed some out. She even had a few extra. I was like, okay, that's weird. I said, you know, when you go to the restaurant and pick up those prayer cards that were mailed to you, can you give me a call? Because I'm thinking the prayer cards have to be different. Maybe like a friend or something found out that was the restaurant, ordered them, they came late. I don't know, but there had to be a reasonable explanation. Well, she goes and she gets them and she calls me. And the prayer cards, the custom prayer cards that I had ordered from a third-party company, they were exactly the same, identical, ad on it and everything. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I'm like, return address? She said no. But the post, you know, like when it goes to the post office, was a zip code that wasn't near either of us. So I was like, or the company I ordered it from, like totally different county. I was like, this is really weird. So we were just like, wow, unexplainable. But I don't let things go. I don't let things go. So I called the company because now I'm thinking maybe there's a chance that, like, I don't know, somebody in the office ordered it and like somehow magically knew the restaurant and mailed them. Like, that would be crazy, but there's got to be some kind of reasonable explanation.
Child, whoever they were having a service for said, you're going to get these 50 card prayer cards. Let me tell y'all something. That lady probably said, whoever it was, you know what? I'm tired of them arguing. We getting them prayer cards today.
That there is more than 50 identical prayer cards, right? Well, here's what happens.
Right, so yeah, you got 50 the last time.
And there was never a reorder put in?
No, there was not.
Long pause.
Okay. You know,
So mean.
can I just tell you something really quick?
So if you follow me, you understand that only 50 prayer cards were ever ordered. Custom prayer cards were ever ordered. Family picked them up on Friday. They had their celebration on Sunday. They handed some out. They had a few extra. Monday morning rolls around and there is 50 identical prayer cards that show up to the restaurant that they only chose on Saturday night. She literally has more than 50 prayer cards in her possession. And to be honest, they didn't need an additional 50 prayer cards.
Yeah,
Me and Ida's daughter have literally exhausted any, even the wildest, craziest reason how this could happen. It's impossible. Make it make sense.
Okay.
Child, forget that. I don't know whose service it was, but they was telling them they need more than 50 because they're getting on their goddamn nerves, and they probably wanted to let them know on that they are always there. So I think that probably was a sign of saying, "Hi, I'm always here. Just look at the prayer cards and remember." So maybe that's what it was. Listen, I'm going to end it here. I will be live today. A lot of people ain't gonna like what I got to talk about. You're gonna see, you see it was coming live at 4 this afternoon. I feel like the conversation needs to be had, and I'm going to take some, um, write down some scriptures in the Bible where we can go to talk about that situation and how they all intertwine into one. We're gonna do a little history lesson, and then we're gonna go at 8 this evening, and we're gonna talk about Letitia. We're gonna call her Lily. Well, no, I'm gonna call her by her last name, Respect. Hold on, cause I'm gonna say her name wrong, and I don't want to. Letitia or Leticia. You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna call her by her last name, Miss James, Mrs. James. We're going to talk about Mrs. James being indicted. I do not feel like it's fair, because I've been said this before, and I stand on it. Just because he worked with certain black women, and I've said this, just because he flirts with black women does not mean he like black women. There are men that don't like women and flirt with women. Okay, so that's just the gist of it. Um, my thing, we're going to talk about that today. So we're going to have 2 more lives to go through. So you guys, I'll see y'all this afternoon. I have something to do this early. I have to start putting my bed back together. I got the right size mattress. We finally made it. We made it. I ain't been sleeping on the floor, I've been sleeping on air mattress, but still, we made it. So yeah, I finally got the mattress, honey. And guess what, y'all? I didn't even have to pay that much for it. When you do it, it's so crazy because it's not even a creepy story time. It's a good story time. So I had got the wrong mattress. I got a twin instead of a queen. I ordered my bed frame. I ordered a bed. I made sure my son had one. I just kept sleeping on my air mattress. It's like my third air mattress. Every one of them had a little issue, and this is one of the great air mattresses. Okay, so let's just say that it's a mess. They last long, but I say they last up to 3 months, right? So before I was supposed, I think before the wedding, it was before the reception and everything that happened, I was supposed to basically get a bed. I say, you know what, after the Beyonce concert, I'm gonna order my son his bed, wait till they're on sale, because I know Amazon always have a sale. You guys go check out Prime Day. It's going on. I think they extended it because of the great sales. I've been looking on my app. They have extended it for 1 more day, so that is a blessing. Y'all go check them out. They got some deals going on right now, like literally right now. So I decided to, I said, I'm gonna wait to get one. I have an air mattress. I'm cool with that. Well, I decided to order me a bed that I wanted. I went and I saw one that I wanted, and I decided to order the mattress. So I'm thinking I'm getting a deal until I seen that the mattress was a twin. When they got here, it was a twin. So I was very upset. Then I had to contact Amazon, get in contact with the seller, and once I got so I'm sorry, y'all. So I had got a twin, and I had to send it back, go to UPS, do all that. I paid like $3 just to ship it back. So they put my money back. I thought they were gonna give me my money back like the next day, but they put my money back that day that I shipped it back. So I went online and I found one, and then I said, "Ooh, dang it, I'm like a little short on it." Something say do a payment plan. I did a payment plan. I got my bed. I have to pay the rest of it. I could pay it off next month, or I could just whatever. But I got my mattress. So now I ordered it 2 days ago, Wednesday, and now was supposed to be here yesterday, but it got delayed, which is fine. And now it's coming today. So I'm going to put my bed up. Finally. Don't get me wrong, I like an air mattress, honey. But if need be. But baby, I'm gonna tell you the truth. After a while, it does bother your body. We just gonna be honest. So I got my bedroom things. I just gotta finish my set and we good to go. I want to thank y'all for watching. That was a good story time, see? And then I got a creeper story time with this. So, oh Jesus. Oh gosh. It happened a while back. I have talked about my experiences. I'm gonna make it 5 minutes. And I don't think I have a glitch experience. Maybe I do. Usually when I dream of my loved ones, and this is why when people say that's just a familiar spirit. No, it's not. You can dream of them. And I always dream of them in the state of after. I always dream of them either in their clothes or in white. I never had a dream where they're not them, but it's either in their clothes or white. That's always, and I always say, if you dream about them in their clothes or white, it is them. You will know. You will know when it's not them because they're going to tell on themselves if it's not them, right? So I was asleep one day, and I think I jumped or something, because I always, when you sleep, you travel in your sleep. We're going to be honest. You travel in your sleep. I don't care what people say. When you have dreams, you travel in your sleep. So this particular day, my friend who passed away that I talked about, I'm going to put one with my mom and one with her. And I'm going to do one with my dad. And she was talking to me. I had to be to work. And she was like, girl, you better get up. Your alarm finna go off. You're going to be like, you're going to make yourself like 10, 20 minutes late, but you better get up. You're going to have to get dressed and run to the bus stop. I said, girl, I ain't got to be to work in but a couple of hours, because we were talking like actually in my sleep. She said, Malish, you got like 30 minutes to make to the bus stop. You need to get up. Girl, it's such and such time. I shot up and I was like, dang, thank you for that. I didn't wake up with a headache, because usually when I go through stuff like that, I wake up with a headache. Got dressed and went to work. The last time I had a dream about my mom, I was just going through, I wasn't going through it, but I was still grieving. And I felt like my mom used to touch me on my face when she wanted me to wake up, on my cheek. I'll never forget, she touched me on my face. I was like, Mom, stop. I woke up with nobody there. Nobody was there. My sister took the kids. They went to the store or wherever they went. Nobody was there. Baby, I shot up so quick. I say, yeah, I think I'm going to sit up for the rest of the day till they come back. I had a dream about my dad. I was going through a breakup at the time, and he came at this apartment. And a matter of fact, is it this one? I think this is the one. Or close to it. And I was downstairs talking, and my daddy said, come here real quick. I said, what's up? He said, you sure you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm going to be great. And it's crazy. This is a damn apartment. But I wasn't upstairs. I was downstairs. That's weird. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed a lot of it. To like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
Birds singing in the dead of night. Baby's broken